Hi guys. All right, so Taurus, let's jump on into a storyline where I'm gonna say, what's the juicy next chapter? What's the next juicy thing going on? What's the fun stuff? What's the change? Ooh, speak of change. Did I call that one or what? We have a magnificent shift of energy. And I'm going to read this at two storylines because the first thought I have on this is not a reconciliation, but rather spending time with friends and suddenly saying, oh my gosh, I have missed this so much. This is lifting my spirit so much. The good vibes of whoever it is it's like we already know these people. This could be like having a fun evening gathering or something. And it's just amazing what a great time we end up having. And we're aware of it. It's like, this is just what I needed to lift my spirits. I feel like, friends, people who care about us, they have a way of telling us it. They really think highly of us. We are a good person in their eyes. We are a successful person. We are someone of value. And I feel like someone didn't even know how badly they needed that kind of love and support. So spending time with a group of people that, maybe we've been isolated for a while, maybe we haven't been able to see these people in a while. It's like the greatest energy exchange ever, because it's like, wow, I didn't even know how much I needed this boost of self-esteem, this boost of good vibes. I totally broke me out of my funk. So somebody's breaking out of a funk. Now, the other thing could certainly be we're having some kind of I don't want to call it a do-over, but we might be having possibly an Aries come into our lives. But it would be like a reunion, and surprisingly, whatever conversation we have could flow so much easier than we ever dreamed. Maybe there had been misunderstandings that are all being revealed. Maybe there is forgiveness that is simply being granted on both sides of the fence. This is allowing everyone to walk away from this conversation. And I do think it's a conversation that is this game changer, right? Because we see these people in this conversational thing. It completely lifts all of the sense of frustration and hurt and whatever fear, guilt, shame, remorse had been there, because this is a 10 of wands, right? So we're laying down burdens, and it is completely like freeing our mind. Like, we feel so much lighter. This is such a great conversation. It makes everything feel so much lighter, so much brighter, whether it's with a lover or whether it's with a group of friends. Let's see if we can look a little closer at what is this gathering. I'm just trying to define. Whoa, that was crazy. Who is it with? Possibly with a Piscean. But these two people, even on this moon card, you notice how we have two towers here. This is two people who didn't know. There was information that was unknown until now. And there was even concern like, oh gosh, I don't even know. Do I want to have that conversation? Do I want to see that person again? Because I don't know what they're thinking of me. I don't know if they just dislike me. I don't know how much other people know about what happened. Whatever this was, this big conversation, it's a chance to clear the air. And I think it's such a relief, because everybody discovers, like, either if we were worried somebody, like our friends, didn't think very highly of us. Friends think really highly of you. If we were worried that, a lover or somebody was like mad at us, didn't want to talk to us, we didn't know how to open up dialogue, somehow they thought the exact same thing. Everybody was in the dark about how, let's put it this way, you were in the dark about how other people were feeling just as much as they were about you. But this is turning into such a beautiful, like a relief. Like, everybody's feeling so much better about everything. Empress, we got the World, and we got the Ace of Swords. Could it get better? Beautiful energy. We're walking right through this gateway, through this portal, and it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know how stressed out I'd been over this. I didn't know how much I needed this support. I didn't know how much I needed this kind of a conversation where it's not angry, it's not hurt, it's not anything. This is growth, this is peace, this is truth. I do feel a big sense of like forgiveness and growth. And I do think that this has taken a long time. I just keep feeling like somebody didn't know how well respected they were. They had the exact opposite thought. Is, oh, I bet somebody doesn't think, an ex-lover doesn't like me, or friends probably don't think very highly of me. I don't know what put that in somebody's mind, it was, I don't know, just some lack of overall communication. This could be an example of, sometimes when, we all go through ebbs and flows of communication, especially like with friends and family members too. But sometimes people go through tough things in life and they're feeling pretty low about what they've got going on. And then so much time has passed and they didn't reach out to that person, but that person didn't reach out to them. And it can be like, yeah, and I bet I don't even have that friendship anymore. And if I do bump into them, maybe they're going to be pissed at me that I didn't reach out sooner. Well, it turns out the other person was thinking the same thing. Like, gosh, so much time passed. And then I was worried about reaching out because, I was just in a funk, I was just in a funk. There was just a lot going on. And then time got away from me. And it's just crazy because both people were in the same headspace and both kind of were worried. I don't know how this would be received if I reached out. Something kind of organically happens then. I want to go back and say, how does this conversation arrive? How does it manage to take place in the first place? We have the Knight of Swords upright, and we have the Two of Swords. So it happens fast. It happens. I feel like it's a sudden, unexpected, like we discover, maybe we bump into somebody and we're like, oh my gosh, do I turn around and go the other way? Nope. I think I need to keep walking toward them. I feel like this is a surprise conversation. It kind of comes out of nowhere. That, or maybe we're invited someplace and it turns out, that X is going to be there, or an X that we haven't seen in a long time and we never really knew how things ended. Or maybe it was two people who barely got a relationship off the ground and then they drifted apart, hadn't talked in a while. And now it's like they're going to encounter each other suddenly. And it's like, oh God, how awkward could this be? I don't know. Like, it's not like I didn't think about them, but I never knew what really happened with us. This comes in suddenly. And there is a little bit of guarded, like, whoa, what do I do? And it's like, it turns out great. It turns out great in this story. The unexpected opportunity for a conversation. It totally reveals that the other person was in the same hesitant headspace. Oh, this is such a relief. This is so much clearing of the air. This is so, like, no hard feelings whatsoever. This could have been like a long time since these people had talked. And, life has been weird, right? Life has been really weird for a long time. But let's go over to that Tower card now, because now that all of these obstacles have been lifted, now we've got this major change. It's a huge sense of relief. What do we have? We've got, oh, that's interesting. Six of Cups in the reverse. Hold on. This is an interesting extra twist to this, because either we are freed from the idea that this person doesn't like me, or we are freed from the idea that, okay, now we had closure. We're good. This feels so nice to just be able to walk away from each other. No hard feelings. We both really know, or all of us really know, that everything's cool. That could be the storyline, but to me, this looks very much like what we're free from is that fear that, well, I thought you hated me. I thought that you didn't want to talk to me. I thought you never wanted to talk to me again. And it's like, no, I thought maybe you didn't want to talk to me. 10 of Cups. Okay, this is looking like it is emotional fulfillment, but I usually think of this in context of relationship. So that's, to me, this is starting to look like we unexpectedly have a chance to connect with maybe a romantic partner from the past. Maybe it is in a group setting. Maybe we didn't realize our ex was going to be invited there. Maybe we're like really nervous. Do they even want to talk to me? Yeah, but they've been thinking all the same time exactly what you've been thinking. I don't know. Do they even want to talk to me? Should I reach out? Should I not? This says it's such a, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful to find out that there aren't hard feelings. There weren't hard feelings. It's just, time has passed. Things were a little bit bumpy for a while. I feel like that whatever happened that kept these two, not talking for a period of time or not interacting was nothing to do with how they felt about each other. I also don't think this is one where we've been like pining in love with someone. This feels to me more like a situation that, maybe we had a first date or two and then we just didn't reconnect. And yet we kind of liked that person, but then time passed and then it felt awkward reaching out to them like, hey, sorry, I've been, I had this happen, that happened. It's like neither person did anything harsh or harmful to one another in this, but they both carried the same concern of, gosh, do they think I'm just a total jerk? I don't know. I guess I should have just maybe handled stuff different, but man, there was so much going on at that point because somebody's been guilting themselves over this, and I feel like it's both people. Both people felt like they probably think I'm an absolute idiot, absolute jerk, and it's like no, this is a wonderful. Both people are understanding. Both people are mature enough to know, oh my gosh, life totally took a huge turn for me too. I felt terrible that I didn't reach out to you again. This is really nice. These two set up a play date. These two set up another play date to go, and they're so excited to do it. It's like both of these people wanted another opportunity to communicate, but I feel like neither one thought they should reach out or could reach out. And it was really, worries, fears, sensations of like, I don't know. I like the fact that both of these characters are mature enough to just say, yeah, I'm not upset with you at all. I completely understand. And it's so sincere. It's not like, oh, that's fine, but it's like that smile with grit teeth. There's none of that. Page of Wands. The spark is here. I like this story because I feel like this is two very mature people. Or let's go back to the first hypothesis. If this were all about a group of friends or something, yeah, we so great to be reconnected. We can hang out again. One of my best friends in this world, she and I have always done this. We will go years. One time it was 10 years without talking. And we never have had a problem. We don't have any beef. We just get busy. And then one or the other picks up the phone and we never even say hello. When we pick it up, we jump right into whatever conversation like we didn't have a gap of 10 years. It's crazy. We've both always cracked up over it, but it's just how we are. And that's why she's one of the best friends I've got, because she's the one person on earth where we've known each other since we were little kids. I said, we're family. We're never not going to have that bond. We're never not going to have that comfort zone with each other. And we don't have expectations of what we need to deliver, but we also know if either one of us needed the other, we would be there in a flash. So it's a really interesting dynamic. And the only friend in the world I've got who's quite like that, we're a 10-year span. We're totally good. And we do this repetitiously. So it could be this kind of friendship, if that's the kind we're talking about, or it is a romance that just didn't get off the ground. And now we're getting this thing off the ground. Ooh, I like this one. I like this. I like the fact that this is not like the tormented love affair thing, though. It really isn't. This is a much more mellow, low-key version of, I felt bad. I felt like maybe you were going to think I was a jerk because time had passed. And they were like, I thought you would think I was a jerk and you wouldn't want to talk to me. So it's nice that these two have a chance to reconnect in kind of an organic, unexpected way. So anyway, that's our story for today. I send you guys lots of support, lots of love. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for liking this video, subscribing to the channel, all that jazz. Bye.